In today's video, I'm going to show you guys how you can upgrade the interior of your Ram pickup truck so that you can have one of these 8.4 Uconnect touchscreens in it. So I am going to be going over the basics on what you need to get the job done and what parts you're going to need. So we just finished swapping this one out. We went ahead and put the premium leather stitched dash in it. We changed out the harness to a Laramie harness. We've got the 8.4 bezel on here with our climate control all digital instead of the 3 knobs, which I'll show you in just a second. And you had to also get the head unit and a climate module. So I'm going to show you guys what we needed to get this done, what options you have, and then I'll show you guys where we came from. So if we look over here, I've got the old stuff on the counter. So originally the truck came with this style. So like I said, it had the analog switches for your climate, and then it had this smaller radio here. This is actually an upgraded Uconnect. Originally it came with one that was even smaller than this and had no Bluetooth or anything, but regardless, if you have the stereo that has, and this is the way I like to identify it, is the rounded corners, and the bezel here has the rounded corners, so you're gonna need to get a different bezel. So you have the option of changing this entire thing, or you can buy just this piece. Mine happened to come with everything, so that's why I just swapped the whole thing out. But on the back, you're gonna see a series of screws. So there's Phillips screws right around where my thumb is, and that whole center bezel can actually come out. So if I wanted to, if I liked this gunmetal look, I could take this off and I could put the other one just in place, and I could retain this trim piece around the edge and just switch out the center climate portion and give me the square cutout for the 8.4. You're also going to need to purchase an 8.4, and I am going to be showing you guys some premium content for members only. I've kind of ran into some secrets and some different things that I haven't seen published before, because if you get an 8.4, it has to be specifically from a Ram. You can play, you can kind of work around that a little bit. For example, the bracket, you can actually change over. So you can convert an 8.4 that you got from a Jeep or a Dodge Charger or Challenger, and you can actually make it work in your Ram. So you can kind of piece some stuff together. Like if you find a crazy deal on an 8.4 that fits in a Charger, and then maybe you bought a broken Ram one for 50 bucks, like the actual unit was broken, and you can actually put the two of them together to give yourself one, because that unit over there is actually broken, but the one that's in the truck works. So let me pop off this here for a second and I'll show you guys a few things. So I'm going to try and explain this hopefully as easily as possible. I've never really seen a video that explains it and kind of tries to make sense of it all in layman's terms. So what happens is when you go to this climate here and you have the digital buttons, you end up needing a module that actually controls and turns these signals into the functions for your actual blower motor and all that stuff. So what you actually need is, you'll notice right there where that white connector is, that is a control module. So that's a climate control module, and it talks to this interface here, and then it interprets the signal and sends it to your fan, your HVAC box, to adjust temperature, the fan speed, all that stuff. So I saw some people commenting on the videos that, hey, I can just plug this in and it works no problem. Sure, you can plug the 8.4 Uconnect into a regular harness, but the problem becomes you have no way of, you can put the 8.4 in here, but then you have no volume buttons. So the volume buttons on this 8.4 are off the screen, whereas if you notice, the volume buttons and your tuning buttons, they're actually in the head unit itself on the smaller ones. So you have to put this bezel on to have a volume knob and to have a tuning knob. I know somebody's gonna say, well, you don't have to have the volume knob. You can have the knobs, you can have the buttons on the steering wheel. Sure, if you wanna go that way and you wanna do some weird setup, you can, but in order to have the volume knob, you need to change this out, and then once you change this out, it comes with this climate, and in order to run this climate, then you need that climate module over there. As far as the harness, on the previous video, we ended up replacing the harness and upgrading it to a Laramie harness. And the Laramie harness has the climate module over here, and it has the wiring set up for the 8.4. If you want to retain your original wiring, there's some people that are selling an adapter harness, and essentially what it does is it brings this climate module connection over to here and then plugs into here, and it changes the pinouts so that it actually will work correctly. So that option is like a few $100 option for that conversion and extension harness. Or if you're lucky like I was, you can go ahead and search through wrecking yards and find a harness out of a wrecked truck. So this came out of the same year, wrecked truck. I swapped it over. That way we have all the functions and stuff, you know, anything we want to do in the future, whether it's heated seats, cooled seats, you know, you name it. So whatever function we want to do in the future, we can do. The other thing too about this one is it did come with a center speaker wire. So the regular harness didn't have the center speaker wire. Also, this harness for the dash has a factory amplifier. So there's some perks to completely swapping out the harness. Up to you guys what you're interested in or how much work you want to go through, but I just like the idea that any possible option that came on these trucks is now a option for us because we have the provisioning for it. All right, so what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna pop this off and show you guys on the backside what I'm talking about. So I have videos on how to remove this. I'll link it above. It's literally just 2 screws on the top, and then sometimes you'll have a screw here in the back, and then this whole thing just pops off with speed clips, and you can lay it forward however you please. Okay, so I have everything leaned forward. This stuff is pretty straightforward, you guys. When you end up swapping this out, it's just 4 screws that hold it on. You don't have to change any of the stuff. Like everything behind on the dash is the same. It bolts up to the same bracket in the back. You just need to put this on. The other thing too is there is some antenna wires that either come with the conversion kit, or if you upgrade to the Laramie harness, it has a few extra wires for the head unit itself. So I'll show you guys the connections on the back, like you can see there. So it's got the main plug, and like I said, you can plug this into your basic harness, but you're gonna have all the other issues that I mentioned. So you can get it to light up and you can get it to, you know, somewhat work, but you're not gonna have a volume knob, or you're gonna have to do something weird with the climate stuff. So anyways, that stuff's pretty straightforward. Then you just go ahead, insert the 4 7mm screws that hold it on. All right, so I actually just tightened the 4 7mm screws, and I'm gonna put this up into place exactly how it would be fully finished. So again, I do have video on this, how to take it out, but it's really as simple as what I just showed you guys. So once you get your new head unit in there, go ahead, just push all these speed clips in, put our 2 screws in the top. So, and I want to show you guys as well, I have not programmed anything, so I want to show you guys just specifically if you were to install this on your own without any programming, what would happen. So one thing is that I don't have any volume right now. The reason I don't have volume is because we now have a factory amplifier installed, and we haven't gone into the settings using Alpha OBD to tell it that it has a factory amplifier. So right now I can turn the volume up, but we have 0 sound coming out. So we'll have to make that program change. Like I said, if you end up doing it a different way, use the conversion harness, and you don't end up, you know, messing with a factory amp, you probably won't have any of that issue. But as far as everything else, here's the climate control. So everything works now. If we turn the climate on, so our fan works, we can go ahead and turn the fan up. I don't know if you guys can hear that thing blowing over there, but fan works. So you can adjust it from here. Like everything works. We can turn the fan up, turn the fan down. We can turn our temperature up and down. It works from over here. One small note too, let me turn this down just in case it's blowing in the camera, is you will notice that I have the dual climate. So from the research I've done so far, the dual climate function won't work. Like these 2 buttons are just not working, as you can see. So over here, it's just showing on the one side, which honestly is fine. That doesn't really bother me too much. You could probably turn on the dual climate in the settings, but unless we actually do some physical changes with the HVAC box, so far from what I've gathered, it's not going to respond. So anyways, all of our climate stuff works. You know, the rest of the buttons, all that stuff, like our AC button works. You can see in the climate AC, like, you know, recirculate, all that good stuff. You know, defrost. So everything works as it should, but the only thing is because we went ahead and we installed a factory amp, we don't have sound just yet, so we will have to make that change. Another, in my opinion, necessary component to this is to get yourself one of the mirrors that has the microphones on the top. So this is an upgraded unit. I made a separate video on this. So this gives me the microphones so that when we go hands-free, we can have Bluetooth and all that stuff. So we got an automatic dimming mirror with some other functions. Check out that video, I'll link it above, but this is a huge compliment to installing one of those. So like I said, if you guys haven't became a member just yet, make sure you're a member of this channel, you guys. This is how I make a living, is by doing all this stuff for you guys. So I'm gonna be posting how you can use one of these units out of a different vehicle and how you can, you know, put two of them together to make one. Like I said, swapping over the bracket and all that stuff. I haven't seen that content anywhere, so I'm gonna post that on the paid members, and those people will have access to it there. So if you're a channel member, you can see how to swap that over. I'm gonna be putting some other exclusive content too, but I will show you a couple other things. So this is just the center speaker grill, or what would be the speaker grill. So I ordered one of these, the one that says Alpine right here, that gives us access to the center speaker. So if you're thinking about doing that with your 8.4, you will need to get the whole harness though, not just have the adapter harness. So if you want the third speaker, probably go the, you know, wrecked truck route and get a harness out of a wrecked vehicle. Have a few other things here too I'll probably doing with you guys in the future. So I know a lot of guys, you know, like to see this, the you know, adapter plug here, so the electrical outlet. And then I took these buttons out of the other ones. So that's the nice thing too, is if you get a used console. So this one that I got had parking sensors front and rear. My vehicle does not have parking sensors, so I opted to switch my original panel back into that bezel so that I didn't have, you know, two useless buttons. Okay, and as far as where to find the parts, because I know that's going to be the next question coming for you guys, is John, where are you finding everything? I've been looking forever, I can't find this stuff. I have been using a combination of pretty much the wrecking yards, and I made a video exactly how I find parts and how I find them for a good price. I'll link that above for you guys. It's posted over on Boosted Motorsports too. I'm posting this video on the main channel, but if you guys are not subscribed to Boosted Motorsports 2, you're missing out on a ton of other content, and I go into depth on different videos and different subjects over there, and one of them was where I'm finding all these parts. So I'm using a lot of the wrecking yard searches along with eBay and even a little bit of local classifieds. I got the harness and the temperature control module using the wrecking yard search, and I got them for a heck of a price. With the module and the harness, I got it for $250 shipped to my door, which I could not find that price anywhere else. The people that are selling the adapter harness, they wanted like over $300 for their little adapter harness and for the climate module, whereas I got the entire Laramie harness with the module for $250 to my door. So I was pretty happy about that. Also, I purchased the 8.4 online, and then I found a bezel locally on Facebook Marketplace, I think it was. Usually I search between Facebook Marketplace and OfferUp and find those two places. I wish I could link to you guys somewhere on Amazon where this stuff is a, you know, crazy deal, but I don't have that. I've been doing digging and going crazy trying to find good deals on all stuff as well, just like you guys. As for other stuff, you guys, we will be installing a premium cluster as well. So a huge shout out to Alex. He is a subscriber of the channel. He had this laying around and he actually sent this to me, and I am super thankful. So huge shout out to Alex again for sending this over. So we'll be doing a video on this, installing this and programming it so that it works. And another thing I want to show you guys too is I will be doing the comparison between the regular speakers. And these are Harman Kardon factory speakers. So when we did the Hellcoda, I had a bunch of these from the wrecked Charger Hellcat, and I saved them, and we can actually put it in here. So I'm interested. I'm going to do a video for you guys. We're going to do a sound comparison, see if it's worth it to have factory upgraded speakers or just have the base model speakers in there that we've got now. So hopefully that clarifies for you guys what you need to install a 8.4 Uconnect on your Ram truck. I just want to make this video after spending some time getting this stuff and figuring it out myself. I kind of wanted to just break it down into layman's terms for you guys, what you need, why you need it, and hopefully it all makes sense. So if you guys have any questions about that, or you guys want me to expand on this further, comment down below. I'm going to be making a separate programming video on showing you guys all the different programming changes. So if you guys found this helpful or informative, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Ask your question down below and I'll do my best to get to it, or there's a lot of helpful people that are following here that I'm sure can answer as well. Subscribe if you're new, check out the other videos we mentioned, and we'll catch you guys on the next video.